Improving your English listening skills is a journey that can open doors to better communication, deeper understanding of the language, and even more enjoyable experiences in your daily life. Listening is often overlooked when it comes to language learning, but it's crucial. It helps you absorb new vocabulary, grasp different accents, and understand the natural rhythm and intonation of spoken English. In this video, we'll explore a variety of strategies and techniques to enhance your listening skills, making the process engaging and effective. To start, one of the most impactful ways to improve your listening skills is through active listening. This means really focusing on the speaker and the message they are conveying rather than just passively hearing the words. When you actively listen, you engage your mind in decoding what is being said, which helps you retain the information better. To practice active listening, try to eliminate distractions around you. Find a quiet space, turn off your phone notifications, and truly dedicate your attention to the audio. Whether it's a podcast, a movie, or a conversation with a friend, immerse yourself in the moment. This focused attention will help you pick up on nuances in speech that you might otherwise miss. Another effective technique is to incorporate varied listening materials into your routine. The beauty of English is its diversity. There are countless sources you can tap into. Try listening to different genres of music, audiobooks, podcasts, and news broadcasts. Each of these mediums offers a unique context and style of speaking, exposing you to different vocabulary and accents. For example, listening to a podcast about technology might introduce you to specific jargon, while a romantic comedy film can help you pick up colloquial phrases and slang. Variety keeps things fresh and interesting, preventing the learning process from becoming monotonous. If you're just starting out or if you find certain materials challenging, consider using graded listening resources. These are specially designed to match your current level of understanding. You can find materials labeled as beginner, intermediate, or advanced, which will provide content that is appropriate for your skills. Websites, YouTube channels, and apps dedicated to language learning often offer these types of resources. By choosing the right level, you'll avoid becoming overwhelmed and will feel more confident as you gradually increase the complexity of what you listen to. Transcribing audio is another fantastic way to improve your listening skills. This technique involves listening to a short segment of audio and writing down exactly what you hear. It's a challenging but rewarding exercise that forces you to pay close attention to every word and sound. Start with shorter clips, like a few sentences from a podcast or a song, and gradually increase the length as you become more comfortable. Once you've transcribed the audio, listen to it again to see how closely your transcription matches the original. This not only enhances your listening skills but also helps you with spelling and understanding sentence structure. Don't forget the power of repetition. Listening to the same audio multiple times can significantly boost your comprehension. The first time you listen, you may grasp the general idea, but with each subsequent listen, you'll start to pick up more details. You might notice different words, catch phrases you missed the first time, or even understand the context better. It's a great way to deepen your understanding and reinforces your learning. This technique is especially useful when dealing with complex topics or challenging vocabulary. Incorporating shadowing techniques can also be highly beneficial. Shadowing involves listening to a speaker and trying to mimic their speech simultaneously. This method can improve your pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm while also sharpening your listening skills. To practice shadowing, choose a short video clip or audio segment. Play it and repeat what you hear as closely as possible, imitating the speaker's pace and tone. This exercise will help you become more attuned to the sounds of English and make you a more confident speaker as well. As you progress, it's important to expose yourself to a range of accents. English is spoken with many different accents around the world, from American to British, Australian, Indian, and beyond. Each accent has its own unique characteristics, which can sometimes make understanding challenging. By diversifying the accents you listen to, you'll become more versatile in your comprehension. You might find it helpful to watch movies or series from different English-speaking countries or to listen to international news channels. This exposure will not only improve your listening skills but also enrich your understanding of global English culture. Another useful technique is to engage in listening activities that require interaction. This could involve joining a language exchange group or participating in online discussions. Engaging in conversations where you have to listen and respond can enhance your skills dramatically. Look for local or online communities where people practice languages together. Platforms like Meetup or Tandem can connect you with native speakers or other learners. These interactions force you to listen actively and respond in real time, which can be a very effective way to improve your skills. Furthermore, utilizing technology to aid your learning can be incredibly beneficial. Language learning apps often have built-in listening exercises that can help you hone your skills in a structured way. Some apps allow you to listen to dialogues, repeat phrases, and even take quizzes that test your listening comprehension. By integrating technology into your routine, you can make learning more accessible and enjoyable. Explore platforms like Duolingo, Babbel, or even YouTube for channels that focus on English listening skills. It's also valuable to reflect on what you've listened to. After completing an audio exercise or finishing a movie, take some time to summarize what you've heard. You could write down the main points, discuss them with a friend, or even create a video diary. Reflecting on your listening experiences helps reinforce your understanding and enables you to clarify any confusing aspects. This practice encourages you to think critically about what you've learned and solidifies your knowledge. Consistency is key in language learning. Try to make listening practice a daily habit, even if it's just for a short period. Consistent exposure to English will help reinforce what you've learned and keep you in tune with the language. Set aside specific times in your day for listening practice, perhaps during your morning commute, while cooking, or before bed. These small, dedicated sessions can accumulate over time, leading to significant improvements. As you develop your listening skills, it's essential to remain patient with yourself. Language learning is a gradual process, and improvement takes time. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small, and recognize the progress you're making. If you find yourself struggling to understand something, don't be discouraged. It's all part of the learning curve. Instead, view challenges as opportunities for growth. Embrace the difficulty, and over time, you'll find that you can comprehend more than you initially thought. Incorporating English media into your daily life can also enhance your listening skills. Surround yourself with English content, whether it's music, movies, or TV shows. Choose shows or films that interest you, and consider turning on subtitles in English to aid your understanding. Watching familiar shows can also help because you already know the plot, making it easier to focus on the dialogue. This kind of passive learning can reinforce your listening skills while keeping you entertained. Engaging with live listening experiences can provide additional benefits. Consider attending lectures, webinars, or workshops conducted in English. These events often feature native speakers who use natural language and various expressions, which can be a real treat for learners. Additionally, participating in these activities can help you get used to different speaking styles and speeds, enhancing your adaptability as a listener. Another effective method is to set specific listening goals. Perhaps you want to understand a certain type of media or reach a particular level of comprehension by a specific date. Setting achievable milestones can keep you motivated and help you measure your progress. For instance, you might aim to understand a news report without relying on subtitles or follow a podcast episode without pausing. By defining clear objectives, you give your listening practice a sense of purpose. Creating a listening log can be a great way to track your progress. Write down what you listened to, how long you spent, and what you learned from each session. This not only helps you monitor your improvement but also allows you to identify areas that may need more focus. Over time, you'll likely notice patterns in your listening strengths and weaknesses, which can guide your future practice. Collaborating with a partner can enhance your listening experience. Find a language buddy who shares similar goals. You can listen to the same audio and then discuss it together. This collaboration can provide you with insights you might not have considered and make the process more enjoyable. Discussing what you've heard can reinforce your understanding and make the material more memorable. Furthermore, it's essential to familiarize yourself with idiomatic expressions and colloquial language. Native speakers often use phrases that may not be easily understood by learners. By paying attention to these expressions in context, whether through movies, songs, or conversations, you'll enhance your comprehension. Make a list of common idioms and phrases you encounter, and practice using them in your own speech. This knowledge will not only improve your listening skills but also enrich your vocabulary. Don't underestimate the value of listening to real-life conversations. Consider listening to unscripted discussions, interviews, or debates. These often reflect more natural language use and spontaneous speech patterns, which can be quite different from scripted content. Platforms like TED Talks or YouTube interviews can be great sources. While scripted audio has its place, exposure to unscripted dialogue helps you adapt to the flow and unpredictability of real-life conversations. If you're looking for something a bit more challenging, try listening to TED Talks or academic lectures. These resources not only provide excellent listening practice but also introduce you to advanced vocabulary and concepts. Make notes as you listen, jotting down key points and any unfamiliar terms. Afterward, research those terms to deepen your understanding. This practice encourages critical thinking and allows you to connect what you've learned with other knowledge. Incorporating games and quizzes can also make your listening practice more interactive. Many websites and apps offer listening comprehension exercises that involve answering questions about the audio you've heard. This not only tests your understanding but also keeps the learning process fun and engaging. By turning listening into a game, you can stay motivated while developing your skills. Lastly, don't hesitate to seek feedback on your listening skills. If you're part of a language learning community, ask others to evaluate your progress. You could also work with a tutor who can provide guidance and personalized feedback. Sometimes, an outside perspective can offer valuable insights that you might not see in your own learning process. Constructive criticism can help you identify specific areas for improvement and keep you motivated on your journey. Improving your English listening skills is not just about practice, it's about finding joy in the process. Engage with content that excites you, and don't be afraid to explore different genres or topics. Your enthusiasm will translate into motivation, making your learning experience far more enjoyable. Remember, language is a living, breathing entity, and the more you immerse yourself in it, the more you'll flourish. In conclusion, improving your English listening skills is an attainable goal that requires practice, patience, and persistence. By actively engaging in your listening experiences, diversifying your materials, and incorporating various techniques, you'll find yourself becoming a more confident and capable listener. Embrace the journey, celebrate your progress, and enjoy the countless opportunities that come with mastering this essential skill. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope these tips will help you on your path to becoming a more effective English listener. Happy learning!